Beloved soul, listen closely. Your angels are speaking. They are revealing something that is stirring your future spouse's heart, something they never expected. This discovery is shaking them to their core, making them lose the control they've held onto for so long. The angels are surrounding you with love, whispering the secrets of their heart. Right now, your future spouse is caught between the past and present, trying to make sense of emotions they once ignored. They are awakening to a truth that was always there. You. They see you differently now, recognizing the depth of your connection, realizing they may have been blind to the love meant for them all along. And with this realization comes regret. Regret for the moments they overlooked, the love they took for granted, and the opportunities they let slip away. They've spent much of their life searching elsewhere, believing happiness was always just beyond their reach. Distracted by what they thought was missing, they failed to see what was right in front of them. But now love is no longer a quiet whisper. It's a force they can't ignore. This awakening is overwhelming. They are restless, frustrated, and battling the fear that they've waited too long, that they might have lost their chance. They wonder if they can still make things right, if they can claim the love they once turned away from. But fear holds them back. Fear of rejection, fear that you've moved on. Yet the angels want you to trust. This turmoil is part of their transformation, their soul being guided to understand that love isn't something to be postponed, ignored, or controlled. It is here, waiting. And soon they will have no choice but to act. Your future spouse is awakening to a truth that will change everything. Love isn't about finding someone new or chasing an illusion. It's about recognizing the connection that has always been there. And when they finally surrender to what their heart has always known, they will come to you with a love that is ready, whole, and unwavering. Be patient, dear one. Love is working within them, guiding them to the moment where hesitation, fear, and resistance will no longer stand in the way. And when that moment arrives, love will no longer be something they overlook. It will be something they cherish, hold on to, and never let slip away again. Trust in divine timing. The angels are guiding you both toward the love that was always meant to be. The angels are preparing their heart for you. Your future spouse is going through a profound transformation, one they never saw coming. They spent years believing that love had to fit within a plan, that it had to wait until everything else was in place. They worked hard to build a secure life, focusing on success, stability, and achievements. But none of it is bringing them the fulfillment they thought it would. Something has shifted. They have discovered a truth that is shaking them. You. They see now that love isn't something to be earned through accomplishments. It isn't something that waits until they feel ready. It's something that arrives when the soul is prepared, even if the mind isn't. And that realization is making them lose control. They've always prided themselves on being strong, responsible, and in control. They've built walls around their heart, convincing themselves that love must be practical, logical, and safe. But love isn't something they can structure or predict. It has entered their life like a force beyond their control, unraveling everything they thought they knew. No matter how much success they achieve, how much security they create, none of it compares to what they feel when they think of you. And that truth is terrifying for them. They are questioning everything, wondering how they could have been so blind. They are reflecting on their past choices, realizing how many times they let fear dictate their decisions. They thought they had time. They thought love could wait. But now they feel the weight of missed moments, of love standing before them while they hesitated. Regret is settling in. Perhaps they have talked to someone about these emotions, admitting their uncertainty, their restlessness, their fear of having made a mistake. They may have confessed that something is missing, that no matter what they achieve, an emptiness lingers. The angels want you to know this is their awakening. This inner turmoil isn't meant to break them. It's meant to lead them to you. They are being shown in undeniable ways that love isn't a distraction or weakness. It is their greatest strength. Their heart is learning what their soul has always known, that love isn't something to be pushed aside or postponed. It's meant to be embraced, cherished, and fought for. And soon they will have no choice but to act. Their soul is leading them toward you, guiding them to break free from the illusion that they... Here's your rewritten passage with a refined, poetic, and uplifting tone. They have wished, time and again, that they had seen the truth sooner, that fear had not held them captive, that their choices had been different. But the angels want you to know, this sorrow, this pain, this sense of loss is not meant to break them. It is meant to awaken them. They are not realizing love too late. They are realizing it at the precise moment their soul is ready to receive it. The past may be unchangeable, but the future is still unwritten. They once hesitated, but hesitation need not define them. Fear once ruled their heart, but it does not have to hold them forever. This journey is not easy. They are moving through the depths of their emotions, confronting their shadows, reckoning with the ways they have stood in their own way. It is painful, overwhelming, and at times it feels like they have lost something beyond recovery. But the angels want you to understand this. Love is never truly lost. Love is patient. Love waits for the heart to open, for the soul to awaken, for the moment when fear no longer holds dominion. Your future spouse is reaching that moment. Through grief, regret, and longing, they are beginning to see that love has never abandoned them. It has been waiting all along. Be patient. They are learning what it means to surrender, to trust in love's divine timing. Love is not about perfection or never making mistakes. It is about choosing again and again, despite the fears that whisper and the past that lingers. Soon they will not come to you as someone running from their emotions, but as someone who has faced them, embraced them, and emerged stronger. The angels are guiding them toward you, helping them release the sorrow that no longer serves them. Love was never something lost. It is something they are finally ready to receive. And when that moment arrives, they will hold on to you with everything they have, never again allowing fear or regret to keep them from the love that was always meant to be. They have spent their life believing they were in control, building, planning, structuring their world with discipline and certainty. But love has arrived like a force they never anticipated, unraveling the illusion of control. Your presence has awakened something in them, something they cannot explain, something that defies logic and careful planning. They once thought they knew their direction, had their path set before them. But love does not fit within the boundaries we create. It carves its own way, reshaping everything in its wake. And now your future spouse stands at a crossroads. No matter how much they have tried to resist, no matter how determined they have been to stay on their planned course, they can no longer deny that love has placed them on a new path. One they never expected, but now know is the only road worth taking. They are losing control and it terrifies them. They are used to logic, to order, to the belief that if they work hard enough and remain disciplined, everything will fall into place. But love does not adhere to schedules, nor does it wait for readiness. It arrives when the soul is prepared to recognize it, even if the mind still lingers in doubt. Perhaps they have spoken to someone, trying to make sense of their emotions, attempting to rationalize what cannot be rationalized. Perhaps they have admitted, even if only to themselves, that they never expected love to come so powerfully, so unexpectedly. And this realization is shaking them to their core. But the angels want you to know, this is not a loss, this is transformation. They are awakening to the truth. Control was an illusion, and love was never something to be managed, but something to be surrendered to. They may resist, they may struggle, but love is persistent. It does not waver simply because someone is afraid. It remains, it calls, it waits. Trust that this journey is unfolding as it should. Your future spouse is breaking free from their self-imposed limitations, realizing that love does not disrupt their purpose. It is their purpose. They are learning that no amount of planning can change what is destined. The universe has already set a path, and that path leads to you. Soon they will no longer resist. They will no longer fight against the very thing meant to bring them their deepest joy. They will step forward, not because they have every answer, not because they have mapped out every step, but because they will finally understand. Love was never meant to be controlled. It was always meant to be followed. The angels are surrounding you both, whispering the truth your future spouse is only now beginning to understand. They are in deep reflection, feeling the weight of this discovery. They have spent a lifetime moving with patience, with caution, believing that love would come in its own time. But now they see they cannot wait any longer. Love does not pause for fear. Love does. Here's the continuation of your message, keeping the same poetic and uplifting tone. Even now the angels are guiding them, whispering the truth they have long resisted but can no longer ignore. The walls they built to protect themselves are crumbling, not as an act of destruction, but as an opening, an invitation for love to enter freely, unhindered, unafraid. They are realizing that love was never meant to be controlled, never meant to fit within carefully drawn lines. Love is meant to flow, to move, to expand beyond all boundaries. And as they awaken to this truth, they are beginning to let go, to surrender the fear, the hesitation, the need for certainty. They are beginning to see that love does not require them to be perfect, only present. That love does not demand that they have all the answers, only that they have the courage to step forward despite the questions. And step forward they will. Slowly, the weight of their doubts is lifting. The fear that once gripped them is loosening its hold. They are learning to trust the pull of their heart, to recognize that love does not arrive when we are fully prepared, but when we are ready in ways we do not yet understand. The angels are urging you to have faith, to trust that what is meant for you will never be lost, that even now the person your soul has been calling for is awakening, transforming, and preparing to meet you with a heart that is whole and willing. Your future spouse is not just coming to you, they are becoming the version of themselves that love requires them to be. They are shedding the fears that held them back, releasing the burdens that kept them from seeing clearly. And when they do arrive, they will not be the same person who once hesitated, who once let fear dictate their path. They will come to you with a heart that no longer resists, no longer doubts, no longer questions whether they are ready. They will know deeply, completely, undeniably that love has been leading them to you all along. So wait with patience. Hold on to faith. Trust that the journey, no matter how uncertain it may seem, is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. For when love finally steps forward, it will not do so timidly. It will come boldly, passionately, and without reservation. And when that moment arrives, nothing, not fear, not doubt, not the past, will stand in its way. The angels are with you, watching over you, guiding you and your future spouse toward the love that was always meant to be. And when love calls, may you both answer with open hearts and unwavering faith. Here's the continuation of your message, staying true to its poetic and uplifting tone. The angels remind you, what is meant for you is already in motion. Even when you cannot see the progress, even when the waiting feels endless, the transformation is happening. Your future spouse is moving closer to you, not just in distance, but in spirit, in readiness, in the depth of their understanding. They are beginning to see love not as a force that disrupts their life, but as the very thing that completes it. No longer do they see love as a choice between their dreams and their heart's calling. They are realizing that love was never meant to take them off course, but rather to lead them to their true path, the one divinely designed for them, the one that has always led to you. There was a time when they thought they had forever, that they could take their time, that love would wait for them. But now they feel it, the urgency, the knowing, the deep and unshakable truth that waiting is no longer an option. They cannot let fear keep them from what is meant to be. They cannot allow doubt to steal the love that has been waiting for them all along. And so they are stepping forward. No longer bound by the illusions of control, no longer hiding behind logic or hesitation, they are choosing love. They are choosing you. The angels are asking you to prepare your heart, to remain open, to trust that this love is coming toward you with divine purpose. Perhaps you too have felt the waiting wear upon your soul. Perhaps you have wondered if love will ever arrive, if the one meant for you is truly on their way. But trust this, what God ordains cannot be delayed. What is destined for you cannot be lost. Contribution, if you feel moved to support our efforts of spreading divine messages, whether it's $5, $10, $20, or $50, your contribution enables us to continue sharing these profound messages of healing and hope with the world spread Spreading the word is just the beginning of our mission. Hearts are being healed, hope is being renewed, and souls are being guided back to the light. Your support helps us realize our shared goal of making a positive impact. Your generosity, no matter how small, is what keeps our community thriving. And